Hello there, this is Garth from American Hat Makers, and I'm sitting here talking a little bit about the history of our company. We've basically been around for 40 years at this point, and we got an amazing history, starting with Great Western Hat Company, Saul's Tannery. We were making belts and wallets back in the 70s, and the evolution in leather goods. Started making hats in the early 80s, and we've been working with leather and mesh now for coming up on 40 years. So it's been quite a process. A little bit of the history of the company is Head and Home Hats was the name for many years, up until a couple years ago. Head and Home was mainly retail. We did have some wholesale accounts. And through that process, we wanted to clean up the story a little bit and have a little clearer branding message. And so we broke the company up into 6 brands, which is Ashbury Hats, Steampunk Hatter, Voodoo Hatter, SolAir Hats, American Outback Hats, and Double G Hats. And we felt as if Head and Home was much more the retail division, art shows, very handcrafted, one of a kind. We thought that creating a much broader name for the private label manufacturing side of the business was important to us, and so we came up with American Hat Makers. And the reason for that name is that obviously the foundation of the company is American made. We have 100% domestic goods here. You've probably seen some of our videos as of late on YouTube and such. You can see all of our manufacturing is done here. We try to pride ourselves in American materials, but that's not 100%. But most of our leather comes out of Wisconsin. Our mesh comes out of Jersey, I believe. Fablock Mills, an amazing fabric supplier. And so American Hat Makers is really described not only what we do, but being a pure hat maker left here in America was really a unique process at this point. We are blessed to say that our hats are 100% guaranteed for life, and we can only really give that guarantee out of the fact that we make them all ourselves. We know the quality, we know how good they are, and we're a little bit different hat maker than most. We're a cut and sew facility. Much more like a t-shirt or something, some sort of garment that you would wear, where the pattern is all based, the hat's actually based on the pattern, which the pattern is done long before a hat's ever made. And so we cut out the shape of the hat flat, and then when we sew it together, you create the desired shape of whatever hat you're making, the fedora, Outback, top hat, whatever the desired shape you're going for. And so I believe we're one of the last cut and sew facilities in America. We definitely pride ourselves on the premier leather hat maker in the world. I'd definitely put our hats up against anybody else in the world on a quality consistency basis, and we're just blessed to have the opportunity to stay domestic. And it was 10 or 12 years ago when everybody was more or less going overseas. We hunkered down and had some lean years, and it was some tough times, and in doing so, now we're really prepared for the rush and the excitement of Made in America, and the movement is huge. We are so pumped to be a part of it. We're affiliated with American Made Matters. It's an organization out of the East Coast, and absolutely pumped. Every job in America matters is basically what it comes down to, and the trickle-down effect is that every job that is created, it affects many more people than that person, and so we like the fact that we contribute to that cause, and being a part of that is really meaningful to us. So I just want to thank you for your time and the opportunity to explain a little bit about us. Thanks.